Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go over crude oil and natural gas. Some of my favorite sectors. Why are they my favorite sectors? Because they are going to be cash flow cows. They're going to be cash flow machines. And I like cash flow. That is a lower risk investment. It's a value investment. And I'm going to jump in here, give you my financial opinion. We'll just get right into it. This is crude oil. I thought we were in a recession, guys. I thought we were in a recession. So how is oil at $110 a barrel? I thought the recession's coming. I thought we were totally done for. I thought, all the people on Twitter and all these people in the comment section, oh man, we got a recession. Oh my God. How are we at $110 a barrel then? If we're in a recession, if everything's so bad, wouldn't oil be going down? I don't know. That's just me. It looks like it's ready to break to the upside here. It looks very strong. It closed very strong. It's at 110 bucks. Natural gas looking a little bit different. This looks a little bit weaker. When I look at this, I see a pattern that looks something like this. Maybe. Again, I don't like making predictions. That's why I don't sell anything. I am looking for accumulation things, and this is what I want to play out. We have two large down days and then smaller up movement. So I do think this is going to roll over and give us a better buying opportunity, hopefully. If that is the case, I am going to load up on some natural gas companies down here if we get the opportunity. Doesn't mean we will. XOP, I have to say it. Yeah, you know me. We saw these large down movements here. They're larger than the up movements. Lots of the times, this takes some time to work off. So, again, difficult to say what's going on here in the short term. But we are above the support line. We could pull back. We might not. Depends. I mean, this looks like it wants to pull back XOP, but you've got a strong oil price, crude oil price, that looks like it wants to go higher. So I'm reluctant to say what this is. I wouldn't even try to guess what this is going to do. If you like companies and they're on their support lines, it's up to you on what you want to roll with. But I would be myself maybe picking up some shares on some of the companies. And I still see these large, big down movements here, and the buying pressure is weaker. But does that mean we're going to go lower? Not necessarily. The buyers can come in here at any second. If crude oil goes to 115 or 112 or 113 or whatever, I'm talking next trading session. It's a big move, and they're going to react in a positive way if oil moves on higher, I think. And it depends on the overall markets too. Overall markets also have an impact, and they've been a stronger impact on the oil equities than the oil price itself. So it's uncharted territory. So we had this thing come there, we paused, and then we basically came down lower. Is this done? Maybe. Again, this is a really difficult spot because we've got other things in play here. What's the overall market doing? What are the liquidity flows doing? We have to break apart first from the overall markets completely. And I think that's going to take the overall markets basically getting to a level down low where it starts to stabilize. Then these, I think, will take off. We can't have people selling everything and basically getting into a deleveraging type event with the fear in the market to have this overpower that fear. I just don't think it will. But that fear, I think, is residing, hopefully. And hopefully we can start getting a little bit more stability in the market. And again, when I see these patterns, a lot of the times you get these patterns that do this, and then they come back down one last, leg or something. But again, that's just a pattern. Doesn't mean that's the way it's going to work. But that's Crew Energy. That's kind of doing a little bit of a retest move. We got Callon Petroleum. There is your kind of move there. And I always see that type of move of a return, and sometimes they go after that. Athabasca Oil getting some support, some buying pressure. Recaf getting selling a little bit off today. And when I look at this pattern here, you've got this kind of that guy going on, and then we got a compressed one doing here, and usually it ends right where it begins. So it's got to be. I think it's close. I think it's close to being done. The pullback there. CPG getting a little bit of selling. I see some selling pressure here. And then we got the buying pressure basically counteracting that. We'll see where this goes, guys. The buyers and sellers are duking it out left and right here. But we're above support. That's the key thing there. Northern Oil and Gas, it looks like we have like a little consolidation pattern there. It looks like we're trying to break that to the upside. So that looks good. GTE right at support. Tellurian getting a nice little boost. That looks good down here. Looking good. Pedevco getting a boost, bouncing off support. That's looking good. That's also a trend line that's about to be broken. We've got Oasis getting some support and getting some buying pressure, so that looks good. CRK, I still think this might have a little bit more downside momentum. Usually you like this, you come up and then you come back down, and I hope that's the case. I want to buy some more. SD, another one that's been chopping sideways. We've got Ring Energy right at support line. We've got Surge Energy that surged today. Again, that's above the support down here. That's pretty strong. Tamarack Valley moving sideways. Crescent Energy moving sideways, up a little bit, but we got support right underneath it. We've got Vermilion Energy. Nice buying pressure there. Meg Energy, this is on top of a megaphone pattern that looks like it wants to move to the upside. It looks good. Energy service companies, again, we've got this, the flag pattern, and then down. I didn't draw that flag pattern very well here. We came down, the flag pattern, then we came down and broke. Now, is this the end of it? Maybe. It might be the end of it. Again, I don't want to try to predict where this is. It would be a 50% retracement is where these guys are at right here. A 50% retracement and then a move higher. So that it could be. It could be it. We bounce off usually 50%, 0.618 and 0.786 are the ones that we usually retrace. And if you guys want to go through a training analysis, join the Finding Value website. I'll set up a training session to go over these Fibonacci type sequence moves. We've got TTI. That does look like we've got some sort of maybe, some squeezing before a move higher. Rig looking good, up 10%. We've got pump getting pumped up. Again, we've got that nice big move, a pause point, and then that. Is this done? Sometimes they throw another one in there. And we can do the Fibonacci retracements and do that stuff to see where it's at. EXTN coming back almost to support. Valaris getting nice, good buying pressure. We'll see where that ends up. Oil was quite strong today. Moving sideways in MMA offshore. Tidewater getting a little bit of buying pressure. Some of these things can get all smushed up too, and when they get on support levels and people want to start buying in. Money flows. NEX moving sideways. We still got that large down candlestick a couple trading sessions ago. KLXE getting a little bit of buying pressure there, 25% up basically. CHX getting buying pressure and bouncing off support. Cactus Energy getting some nice support down probably off this guy almost there. We've got 9 getting a little bit of buying pressure. OII but getting some support back to the support line. Noble Energy looking pretty good here. Looks like we kind of broke through that. That looks really good. That's a stair step pattern. You kind of stair step, you come up, and then you break that and just keep going. That looks really good. HLX getting a little bit of buying pressure. CGGYY bouncing higher. Petrofac looking really good, moving on higher. Very strong there. And then Diamond Offshore bouncing off its bottom here. That one's looking good as well. Looks like the coal companies are all looking quite good. BTU, what you want to see, remember that pattern. Kind of come sideways, come up, and then that does kind of have it. And remember, some of these patterns are really hard to see. And I can't say that everyone's perfect in identifying these patterns, but it looks like it's starting to turn around. But there could be some more selling pressure left. Yancoal looks really good. That looks like it wants to go higher. Whitehaven just moving sideways, didn't really pull back very much, looking good. Thungela pulling back a little bit, kind of like a pattern that looks like that. Flag pattern. We've got Alpha Metallurgical moving sideways. NRP breaking above its support zone, ready to move higher, so that looks good. And there's some other ones too. Met C is up a good amount. Again, usually this is a kind of pattern that is a consolidation pattern. But that's what I've got for today, guys. Oil looks really strong. The commodity itself looks strong, but the equities are going to trade partially to oil, partially to the overall markets and liquidity flow. So if I were to look at, and I'll just pull up the SP 500 because I know we had a bounce today. We had a bounce, but this, I mean, we'll see where this heads. We could come back and do a retest move back to this line and then roll back over again. So we'll see what happens. I'm being conservative here. I don't want to just tell you everybody to pile in, but maybe a little bit of sprinkling never hurt the grass. Put that way, a little bit of sprinkling never hurt the grass. So overall, guys, it looks pretty good. It looks like we're getting a little bit more buying pressure, but the question is, will it continue? I don't know. We'll have to find out. We're holding a meeting tomorrow for the Finding Value website for the Platinum members, the question and answer session. If you want to join that, sign up to the website. It's below. Join the question and answer session tomorrow. It's at Saturday, 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I'll release this before it. So if you guys listen to this and you want to join, become a Platinum member, join on the Zoom call, and you can ask questions. You can ask me anything that you want. You can ask me what I'm buying, what I'm looking at, what's on my watch list, why do I think it's good, what's good with this company, and so forth. You can ask whatever questions you want. So that's what I've got. Give me a thumbs up for the content, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.